Hello everybody, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. It's Tuesday, June the 24th, and no golf this morning. I felt a little slow across the ground. I've also got an absolute plethora of other tasks to do here at home, so I won't be chasing a little white ball around the field. Rather, I'll probably be doing some chainsawing, little chainsaw therapy, as they say, a little functional fitness. Anyhow, to boxing. We are, of course, within now the calendar month prior to the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Olexander Usyk against Daniel Dubois 2. A fight that I think, while a lot of people didn't want to see happening, that would be me. I didn't want this fight, I wanted somebody else, but anyhow, I think there is some genuine sort of excitement now. And of course, most controversially, we have recently seen the separation of Usyk from Krasiak, which may or may not be as it appears. I did a video on this subject yesterday, sharing what could be some alternate thoughts. Anyhow, we will find out in due course. But what I want to talk about today is Daniel Dubois' most recent interview with the Ring magazine. This is an interview that was published only 9 hours ago, so it's relatively fresh. And I will read the article and quote Daniel Dubois directly and comment where I feel it's useful to make such commentary. So Daniel Dubois believes 24 rounds with Tyson Fury has left Ring magazine champion Olexander Usyk worn and has vowed to turn him old overnight on July the 19th. Now, of course, Olexander Usyk is more than just the Ring magazine champion. He's got all the belts except for the IBF, which is with Dubois. Well, 24 rounds with Tyson Fury certainly would not have been a walk in the park. As much as Tyson Fury has his detractors, Tyson Fury is a very large and very skilled handful, and Olexander Usyk managed that handful twice. It would be unreasonable to assume that that hasn't had any effect. The question would be whether it's a lasting effect. So getting back to the article. The 27-year-old from London, that would be Mr. Dubois, who holds the IBF title, is deep in camp ahead of his rematch with Usyk for all the belts at Wembley Stadium next month. And Dubois is out for revenge against WBA, and WBO champion. Obviously, there's a typo in the Ring magazine. I've noticed, actually, just, as an aside, quite often there are typographical errors in the Ring magazine, which slightly surprises me because, if I put a newsletter out, yes, it would be replete with typographical errors. I wouldn't have an editorial staff and whatnot. But I am a little bit surprised at the Ring magazine. Anyhow, like I say, an aside. So anyways, Dubois out for revenge. Usyk stopped him late on in the 9th round of their initial encounter in Poland in 2023. And not to put too fine a point on it, Dubois was stopped off a jab. But, as the article says, much has happened since that night. Dubois bounced back to register the 3 best victories of his career, and he absolutely did. A trio of high-profile stoppage wins: Jarrell Miller, Filip Hrgović, and Anthony Joshua. We will, at some point, look at those a little bit more carefully, because Miller was kind of gassed out, late replacement. Hrgović, a lot of headbutting. And AJ, good Lord, what sort of plan did AJ have? This is not to detract from Dubois, it's just to contextualize, okay? Usyk, meanwhile, has boxed Fury twice, claiming a split decision victory in their initial counter in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in May 2024 to become undisputed heavyweight champion, before registering an impressive unanimous decision in the rematch 7 months later. Personally, I thought the first fight was the more spectacular, but, you know. Excuse me. The Ukrainian great, however, is 38, and Dubois reckons those 2 nights against Fury might have taken the best out of him. And this is where Dubois says, I think he is a little bit worn. Those 2 fights with Fury, the fights with me and everyone else, have all taken a little bit out of him. I feel like he's ready to be taken off that pedestal. He's a proud man and everything, but there comes a time everyone gets their time. And on that, Daniel Dubois is absolutely 100% correct. We all know Father Time remains undefeated. Before my time, Joe Louis got into the ring with Rocky Marciano, and it was not a young Joe Louis. Muhammad Ali got into the ring with Larry Holmes. Trevor Burbeck was not a young Ali. Mike Tyson. The last few fights of Mike Tyson's career did not enhance Mike Tyson's legacy. Mike Tyson was past his best. And I'm sure that you can list, as can any boxing fan, many examples of people going on too long. The question is this Usyk's time or not? Dubois continues, I know what I've got to do, and that's make him old on the night. You can turn a guy old in one night in a fight, and that's what I've got to do. I'll do it properly this time. No fiddling about. No pitter-patter. It's just bombs away. Again, Dubois is right. Whether he can do it, of course, is that, as they used to say, $64,000 question. I wonder, is that an expression that's still used? I'm sure that kids these days think that that's a stupid expression. I think we are leveling up in the gym, Dubois continued to say, and everyone is pushing me harder than ever. I'm not overly stressed about anything at the moment. I've still got time to train, focus, spar, and then do a demolition job. It will all come together on the night. I don't think that Dubois is a particularly deep thinker and he allows things to work inside his head. So I suspect that he is quite relaxed. And I suspect that everything he said in that, interview was correct there. He also believes it's his destiny to become Britain's first 4-belt undisputed champion. And he said, things are meant to be, they're meant to happen. I want to do it again at Wembley like we did last time and do it even better. Well, if he does it even better, it will be totally spectacular, won't it? For the Joshua fight, once we started the ring walk and it all became real, there was no nerves. I'm not going to be denied. I refuse to lose. I'm here. I'm sure now, more sure than I was then, and that's a big difference. It makes a massive difference. Call it belief or whatever. I just think I've got it now. You guys want to see a show, I'm going to give you one. So that's Mr. Dubois. A few days ago I did a video about 5 ways Daniel Dubois could win. This coming Saturday I'm going to do 5 ways Olexander Usyk could win. Nearer the time, I'm going to have a special guest, another YouTube creator that's not been on the channel before. We'll bring a different perspective, I hope. And yeah, we're going to do some analysis so that we can hopefully fairly pick who we feel has got the better chance, the best chance Of course, I'm Team Usyk. I'm biased, and I'm saying that up front. But I'm going to try and give Daniel Dubois a fair shake in any analysis. Of course, I'm going to try and give him a fair shake. I mean, like, you know, I'm not going to pretend that he has no chance. He has a very good chance. And as you've heard me talk with Jamie, for example, I'm probably more worried than other Usyk fans are, because I'm keenly aware of age, for obvious reasons. And I've also seen a lot of fighters age out. So I am worried. I still have confidence, but it's a confidence tempered with realism and caution. So fingers firmly crossed. But I'm sure we will talk about this fight probably right the way up through till July the 19th. And then there'll be some post-fight analysis. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time as always. Have a fabulous day. Please subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Please like, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.